Okay, so that's the movement. So we're gonna start off with our weight on our left foot. And essentially, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go on our tippy toe on that left foot, flare out that right foot, and in a controlled manner, land onto that right foot. What I mean by controlled manner is that our toes, our ball of our feet, and our heel are gonna come into contact with the ground, but each in its own time. Meaning we're not just gonna fall onto it, right? Like if we're like just stepping. We're gonna control that descent by having each area of our foot actually touch the ground. Yes? So now once we descend and we have that heel, you can start bending that knee and putting more weight on that right leg to free up our left leg. And then we get into like, it kind of resembles a stanky leg, but I'm not sure. I don't really know it. But essentially you're going to bring that knee in, or that foot, to touch that right foot. Yeah, right foot. And then we're gonna go back on our tippy toe, but with the right leg, and repeat the same descent movement, but just on the left. So the left toe, the left ball, and the left heel, bend at the knee, get into that stank leg, bring it in, and repeat on that tippy toe. Yes? So that's the feet, and you get like this. It looks kind of ballroomy. Yes? So that's the feet. Now I'll move on to the body movement. Okay, now for the body movement. Essentially, it's a ricochet of our torso. Meaning, it's gonna move from the left to the right side. Now, the real pain problem, at least for me, when I started doing the movement, is if you notice, never really throughout the movement is all our weight on both our feet. It's essentially just on one. And right now, try this. Lift one leg up and move your torso from left to right. Most likely you can't do that. I mean, that's okay. That's really where the difficulty of the body movement comes from for the movement. And it's really controlling that sway from the left to right with your torso and making it really big. So you don't just want to keep it small. It looks kind of, what is it? I don't know, that shit, those girls with those hip things, what is it called? Belly dancing. It gives you kind of like belly dancing vibes if you do it like very small. What you want is like more swag, right? More lazy. And to make it look lazy, you really just want to emphasize it from left to right. Nice, slow, and big. With this movement, especially when I teach you the counts, you'll see you have a lot of time to really emphasize the movement and make it big. So that's just the torso. Now for our hands, I'll teach you in two ways. The first way is just shine. So if you're just by yourself, what I like to do is really just go into that mambo triangle with my left, right? To do the triangle, make it look nice, I'll just give you a quick little tip. You want to keep that middle finger by your V line. If you don't have one, just imagine you have one. And you want to shoot that elbow out so you get that nice triangle like on camera. And then really where like the swag comes from, at least from my arms, is really my right. So essentially, if you haven't watched the hair comb video, watch that and you'll see the same technique that we use for hinging at the elbow. For the people that go to the gym, just think of those tricep extensions, just keeping that elbow fixed and hinging from there. And essentially, we're going down, up to each side. And while we go up, we're keeping that wrist down. And then once we reach its peak, you flap it up. So extend the wrist up as it goes down, and then just repeat to the other side. And the side that we're going up with our arm is going to be the exact same side that we are falling or weight transferring. Yes? So my hand should be down by the time my stank leg is finished. And when I raise into that tippy toe, that's when I start going towards the right. And when I fall into my left side or transfer my weight, that's when the arm starts going down. And it's just that repetition. And you don't have to do this Mongol shit. Go put your hand out. You can. It's too hot type shit. Yes. So you can get creative with it. I won't go too much into that. But I essentially just encourage you to keep this motion, just because I use this move a lot in partner work. And when you're coming from it during partner work, I don't let go of her, I don't let go of my left hand, so it's her right hand. So I have, my right hand is free. So I just use my right hand and I'm holding on to her. Because I'm not really trying to break out into shines. It's really just think of these movements I'm teaching you that are inspired from hip hop and not really salsa as accents to your dance. So they're not gonna be the entire dance, they're just gonna last for an 8 count, but it'll add some personality and make you really pop out. So that's for the movement. Now I'll teach you for the counts, I'm gonna break it up into chord beats, yes? So the chord beats are 1, 3, 5, and 7. And essentially, I'm just gonna teach you straight off the bat coming from partner work, because it's just the exact same thing as you would if it was just by yourself during shines. So you give your girl a crossbody, 1, 2, 3. You have all your weight on your left. Then you're gonna raise on your tippy toe and fall into your other leg by 5. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, tippy toe, 4, fall, 5. Now that raise of the stank leg to your other foot, so that drag is gonna be 6, 7. By 7, you should be in this position and your feet should be kind of touching, at least your knees. Also, yes, I just remembered. Sorry, I haven't drilled this move in a while, but when I was recording myself, I remember I had a tendency of bringing the knee in, but outside, like in front of my foot. And when you record yourself, it doesn't look nice, you see? What you want to do is just drag it straight, like by your heel. So keep it in line with your heel, so your knees touch and they close. That gives it that really nice, like sharp look. It doesn't look sloppy. That's just a little pro tip that came to my head. But anyways, we're here by 7. And then when we repeat it and we're prepping to go back to our left side, that tiptoe raise, that's gonna be your 8. And then 1 is gonna be that weight transfer. And then you just bring your foot back in. So 3, repeat, 4, 5. Yes? So it's coming from here. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. See? Hopefully my voice didn't sound too annoying in that. But yeah, those are the counts. And yeah, that's it. That's it for the movement. Okay, so now that you understand like the basic components of the movement, I'm gonna give you a drill, because something that was difficult for me, and you'll notice as you do more complex movements like this in dance, I'm an engineer, so I think like a fucking computer. So essentially, you want to break down the movement into subcomponents. So if you're an engineer, front end, you code in React, you already know, you break down that main page into subcomponents. Same thing with dance, but these components are going to be made up of drills. So you can drill each part of the movement individually, So then when you put it together, it'll make more sense and it'll feel more natural. Yes? So for the first part, really, bro, the first thing you want to do is forget about the upper movement. Put your hands in your fucking pockets and just practice this. Practice, get those calf muscles engaged, and really practice on, like, not dropping, but just think melting onto the floor. Yes? Like, this itself should give most of the swag right here. This is it. Now, to start bringing that upper body, your next drill, once you have that, is you're gonna have to be able to, like I said before, move your torso left to right, having your weight on one foot. So a good way to practice this, essentially what I did, you're gonna put your hands on the sides, on your sides. I don't know what else to say, sides of your stomach. On your love handles, just put them on your love handles, okay? And move left or right. You'll notice that when you do this, you have a lot more control of your torso. So practice doing this. Do this like, let's say, do this like for 5-10 seconds and then let go. And the whole point is you want to keep repeating this. So when you're here, you're able to move it. And as you let go, you'll be able to hold it for a little bit. But I remember when I started, I was able to hold it like for 2 seconds and then I would lose the movement because I didn't have enough awareness or control. But by doing this, you'll slowly build up the ability to control and feel that muscle in your torso being on one leg. So that's the second component. And the third component is really the sway. But I will leave this for last just because you don't even really need to do that. You could just do it just like this, right? Just with the body and the feet. That's gonna give most of it. This, I'll leave it for last. Like this, like little hand movement. And honestly, I didn't even practice this. I really got this like nice hand movement all from just drilling that hair comb. I suggest you just drill the hair comb because it's really just the first motion of the hair comb. Like that's really all you're doing. Yes? Like you can hair comb while doing this. I don't really do that. I do more of a sweat wipe. And yeah, so those are the 3 drills I recommend you run. And then, or at least now, I'll show you the partner work. So 1, 2, 3, I just really do these accents for 1 bar. 1 bar lasts like 2-3 seconds. But those 2-3 seconds will change your fucking life and you will get the Instagram if you do it right, okay? So 1, 2, 3. You're gonna go 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, right here. This is how you transition out of it smoothly. This is what I do. I do a sweat wipe on that 5, 6, 7, and here you're gonna turn. So you're gonna pivot on that 1 while switching the hand, and then just give them a New York walk. And you're gonna end up right to right, and from there you could give them an enchufla, you could give them a double turn, you could do that sexy shit where you caress them, you could do a lot of things. But that way you smoothly get out of it, you show off your little move, the girl gets like a nice laugh because like while you're doing it, engage them, you know, like get them to want to do it. You know, have that vibe. It's really just about your vibe when you're executing the move. And yeah, and that way you'll have a good dance and she'll want to dance with you next time you see each other. Because especially if you're in the New York community, you already know the social dance scene is pretty small, meaning you'll see a lot of the same people at multiple events. So it's best you keep it respectful and learn from my mistakes. Yes? That was a Carlton. Really just drill those 3 moves, get in front of a mirror, practice it there. But really important, as you'll find out, and I always say, the mirror is a liar, so please record yourself. That's the only way you'll really notice like these things that the mirror doesn't show you, like this gap in your thigh, like messing up the sharpness of the move. You might think that your arm is next to your body, but in reality, it's like out here when you're actually doing it. Like it'll give you a nice objective perspective of what you look like when you record yourself, because that's really what you're gonna look like to people when you dance. So it's really good that you get into the habit of recording yourself. If you're a beginner, I know you're gonna look like shit, but it's okay. I'd rather you know you look like shit and you start seeing the things that look like shit to you and you could fix them. Just go in with that mindset that anything that you don't like in your dance, you can change that. It's really just a matter of drilling it so it becomes natural. And once it's natural, no one can take that away from you. And the best part is, since you record yourself so much, you'll get to the point where I am now, where like I'm really like, I don't really look bad anymore, but I don't look fucking amazing. But I have a good sense of what I look like, and it makes me more confident as a dancer. Yes, because especially through all the cleaning, which is a term for like fixing how you look, I clean myself in a way that looks nice to me. So when you record yourself, like, yeah, look at me as inspiration, like mimic like my movements and stuff, but it's really important that you clean in a way that you enjoy, like you like what you look like. So that makes you more confident when you're dancing. And yeah, that's my little rant. So please record yourself, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Later.